morning students. So let us start this class with the chapter 10, that is inheritance. So let us begin this class with the objectives of this chapter. Introduction and definition of inheritance, base class and subclasses, and then what do you mean by derived class and how you define it, and visibility modes, whether it is a private or protected or public modes, and types of inheritance. Okay, so we shall start with the introduction part. So in introduction part you should know the definition of inheritance, base class and derived class. Okay, so here the definition goes like this. Inheritance means it is a mechanism by which we are deriving other classes by acquiring some properties. Okay, so by acquiring some properties we are defining the one class. It is called as the inheritance process. So here in this acquiring process there is a two types of classes will come through. So one is base class, another one is derived class. So here you can see this is a base class. So base class is a class from which the other classes can be derived. So and the derived class is what? The derived class which inherits, which acquires the properties from the base class. Okay, so let us move on to the next slide. So here you can see the pictorial representation of our inheritance. So I have taken a class A as a parent class, and which is a base class which inherits the properties to the base subclass or a child class, that is class B. Okay, so next in the figure 2, in this figure the class A is a base class and a class B is a subclass. Okay, so next subclass or a derived class. So next in the next slide I have taken another example. So that is a figure 3 example. So here you can see I am having a 3 levels. So that is this class A is a derived class, but whereas for this derived class the base class B is the base class 1 and class C is the base class 2. Okay, so I think you all have understood the process of inheritance. So the inheritance means acquiring some properties from another classes. Okay, so we shall understand this inheritance concepts with some practical examples. Okay, so assume you are having some fruit. Okay, so it can be an apple or it can be a banana. So some of the features can be inherited. Okay, so another example we can see in the figure 2, that is I have taken the base class as shape. So here the subclasses can be of a triangle or it can be a quadrilateral. So later the triangles can be of right angle triangle, isosceles triangle, many kinds of triangles are there. So those triangles are called as derived classes. I think you people are getting now. So in the figure 3 you can see it is mentioned here with the person. So the person can be a player or it can be an employee. So employee can be it can be many types, like it can be a supervisor, it can be a teacher, it can be a lecturer, it can be a many thing, officer, etc. So person is what? It is a base class. It will have all the features like physical features and mental features will be there. Same kind of features will be inherited for the base class member also, for the employee member also physically, but mentally there will be a different. So this is a kind of example for inheritance. Okay, so why we should read this inheritance? What are the advantages of this inheritance? We will see in this slide. So here as I told in the OOPS chapter, there was some small concept for inheritance. So there I told you we can use this code. Okay, so as I told in the previous example, that is in this example, in the shape class, if I define the particular members, it can be reused for the triangle also, it can be reused for the quadrilateral also. So like this it can be reused so that the length of the code can be reduced. Okay, so next is the faster development time. If you are having the same kind of the base class features, so if you wanted to develop some software, then it can be reduced, the time can be reduced. Okay, and it is easy to maintain also. The code can be easily maintained so that it can be used for the further usage, and it is easy to extend also, because the features are the same kind of features which is inherited from the base class, is it right? So it can be easily extended also. So since it is having a reusability characteristic, the memory utilization for that matter, it will be very less. Okay, so these are some of the advantages why we have to use this inheritance concept. So in the next classes, in the next upcoming classes, we will be discussing on how we define a deriving class, and what are the visibility modes which is there in this inheritance concept, and what are the types of inheritance, and some few questions which is asked in the examination point of view. So those things will be discussed in the upcoming classes. Okay, as of now, dear students, just write the notes which I will be sharing for you, and later we will be discussing. If you are having any doubts, just ping me or call me. Okay, thank you all.